girls, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my boyfriend. If you guys watched some of our older videos, you would know that we were in a long distance relationship for about 2 years, like 1.5, 2 years. So it was what, like 1.5, 2 years?
Yeah, about
something like that.
2.
So yeah, this video is just gonna kind of be like our experience going through the whole long distance relationship, kind of like some pointers, things that we did wrong, things, just our overall view of it, if it's a good idea, bad idea, whatever. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So we were in a long distance relationship for, like I said, like 1.5, 2 years, something like that. So I was in Los Angeles, he was here in Phoenix. We were both attending college when we started. We started dating the very end of our junior year in high school, and so by the time that I left for college, we had already been dating for how long was it, like a year and a half, I think. So we had a pretty good like basis and like good foundation of our relationship when I left. Like I already like had a promise ring at that point. We basically already knew we wanted to like get married, and like we already found our person, so that definitely really helped like get us through it. Excuse me? Wait, really?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, really?
So yeah, what do you think your overall experience, just like quick, like good, bad, what are your just overall thoughts?
Expensive.
It is really expensive, just because the fact that you have to like, if you want to see each other, you have to get a plane flight or drive or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of hard. I know like I had friends that were in long distance relationships and their boyfriends were like flying out like every 2 months. He flew out during the entire 2 years, I think 4 times. And the 4th time was like my graduation. So we didn't do it as much as a lot of other couples. I came home a couple of times, probably about the same, probably like 4, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so we didn't do as much traveling and visiting each other as some people I know. So that's truly just up to like the relationship and just how much, like, if you guys have the money, go ahead, do it, it's great. But definitely understand that like if you don't have a lot of money, it's totally fine, you can make it work. Okay, so the first pointer I would say is you need to make sure that you are like having your own personal me time, basically. This is something that we struggled with a lot because I became very clingy in the relationship once we became long distance, and he wasn't. He kind of like shut himself out when we were
more distant.
Yeah.
And you became more clingy.
Yeah. So
we became a little bit less opposite. As you was pushing in, I was pulling out.
Yeah, so like that's definitely something to just like be aware of. That definitely can happen. And so I was always like, babe, I want to talk to you, I want to FaceTime. And he was like, I kind of just want to play video games. So that definitely caused some like tension in our relationship. But I mean, it's nothing that like we obviously couldn't get through. Like we're okay now, and like now that we're back together, like that's, I mean, obviously like there's still some of that, because obviously like I'm still going to be a bit more clingy than he is, but it's like so much better than what it was. Like it was literally just because of the long distance that problem was there. Okay, so what do you think is the most challenging about long distance for you?
Oh, mine was definitely knowing the fact that if God forbid something had happened, like I can't just get there.
No, yeah, that was a really hard thing.
So like whenever you would tell me like a guy would flirt with you, I'd be like, well, just tell me you got a boyfriend. But then it's like, you can't, because like guys are crazy nowadays. It's like you can't just reject them, so you have to lead them on and make them think that you didn't reject them, but really like just give them a fake number, a fake name, fake.
Yeah, that's definitely a hard thing to deal with. It's just like not being able to be there for your person, like even if like they're going through something and you can't like be there during it, or like even like he would come home and have like a crappy day from work and I like wasn't there to like comfort him or like help him through it, or like oh, I'll come over, I'll help you kind of thing. I just had to be like, I'm sorry, like I wish I could hug you right now, but I can't kind of thing. I feel like the hardest thing for me that I dealt with the most is like when I would go out with like my friends and stuff. They would be experiences like I would go to like different, like I don't know, like museums. If I would go to like the fair, or like if I'd go to the beach, I'd be like, or like different events that I attended, I'd be like, oh, I really want Dylan here, like I wish I could experience this with him. I wish that I could like have this, I wish I could take him here, I wish I could do this, but I couldn't. So that was definitely something I really struggled with. Like when every time I went out with my friends, I was like, God, I wish I could like share this with him, but I obviously couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, dude.
How do you maintain a happy, loving relationship in a long distance relationship?
Oh, maintain your ground rules.
Yeah, that's a good one, is make sure you like set rules. Like you have, like we said, you have to make sure that there's like me time. Like if you're on the phone and your boyfriend or whatever is like, hey, I need some time alone, okay, let that happen. I think like one of the biggest rules that, not even rule, just kind of like something that we were aware of, is like just kind of like updating each other. So like if you're going out, be like, hey, I'm going out. I know this, it's not in a weird way, but me and him both have our like location on, and so like he would notice that I was somewhere, he'd look and he'd be like, oh, where are you at, because like I didn't text him, kind of thing. So it's definitely, I think it is a good like base to have, is to just like constantly being like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm going out with this person, or like, hey, by the way, I'm just like keeping them aware of what's going on in your life, so they're not like shocked when you're like, oh yeah, like I'm at a club partying. I don't know, just like keep them aware of what's like going on in your life, because it kind of helps you be more connected. I know another thing we did for a long time is just like every day trying as hard as you can to tell them about exactly what happened in your day and catching them up, because that definitely helps. He used to tell me what he did, what like how about his day every single night. It just like helps you be more part of their world. It helps you make kind of just like be more there and actually know what's going on while you're separated, in a sense.
The more detailed your story is, the better.
Yeah.
Like, they're there.
What things do you think you would like advise not doing in a long distance relationship?
We kind of went already over them. Like, don't keep things to yourself. Like, you know, tell them about things.
Yeah.
Also, like, don't, like, I guess isolating yourself socially for some people doesn't work. For me, it was totally fine. But, like, for my part, I was totally fine doing it. She wasn't happy with me doing that.
I think one thing that we really try to stay from is just like not being honest. Like I know at the very end of like the long distance relationship, this kind of started happening, and I had some like internal feelings that I wasn't sharing with him. And what I was thinking was a lot more like intense and deeper than he thought it was. And so when I finally just like spewed, he was like, crap, like I had no clue you were feeling that. It could have ended really badly. So like just make sure you are 100% honest if you have any sort of feelings, if you are like questioning anything, if you possibly are like, oh, I don't like that you're doing this, if there's any like, oh, I feel like we're like falling apart, anything like that. Just like be open and tell them everything you feel, because like obviously they're not there with you, they can't sense if something's wrong. So you really have to just be able to open your heart and be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling, because if not, it can end very badly if you aren't like taking the time to actually do that. I know another one that honestly I think helped us get through so much was the fact that I said like in the beginning of the video, we already knew that we wanted to get married and that we already like knew we had a future. And so like having that basis in our relationship and that what was the word I said?
Foundation.
That foundation that you said, having that like foundation really helped like basically put us through it. Because like if I didn't know that I was marrying this kid, if I didn't know that like I don't know why I call you kid. If like I didn't know that we like already have like our kid's name, like a kid's name planned out, like whatever, like if we didn't have that future to I don't know if we would have made it. Like having that future already set in our mind that this is happening really helped us get through it. Because during hard times you can just be like, it's okay, like it'll be better one day, like I will be married to him, like that'll be so much more worth than this like stupid little argument or whatever, or like this one little day that I really wish I had him is nothing compared to spending my life with him, if that makes sense. Does being in a long distance relationship kind of like bring stuff out and make problems worse than what they used to be?
Depends who you are.
I think it definitely did for us. Like I said, like it made my clinginess 10 times worse, which was a problem, and it made him less clingy because he kind of like shut himself off in a sense. What other problems do you think that like came out because of the distance? I know we a lot of people struggle with miscommunication. That's definitely a hard thing to deal with. Just because, again, like I said, you're not there with them. You can't tell if something's wrong. You can't tell what they really mean. It's over text. Like, you never know how they could mean something. So miscommunication is definitely a big one that, like, increases when you're in a long distance relationship. Because, like, obviously you're not there with them. You don't know if they're, like, smiling or if they're sad. Like, you don't know.
If you don't talk about it, yeah.
But, I mean, even then when you talk about it, like, sometimes it can come out the wrong way.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean?
Yep.
Also, make sure you FaceTime. Like, texting is great and all, and calling is great and all, but FaceTiming is great, and, like, falling asleep on FaceTime.
Be who you are, and understand what works best for you.
He hates FaceTiming, but I love FaceTiming.
Don't try to just be like, oh, my favorite YouTuber, she told me to do this, so I have to force my boyfriend into doing this. No, like, just find out what's best for you guys. Don't try to force anybody to do what you want to do.
Okay, this is the hardest question of all. Is long distance truly worth it or not worth it? So, like, if you are in a relationship, you guys have been dating, and one of you is either got, like, a career opportunity and you have to move, or you're going to college, whatever, is it worth it to stay together or break up? I personally think you should always try, because yes, I've seen a lot of my friends be in long distance relationship and it not work, but I mean, okay, it didn't work, but I think you should always try, like, no matter what. When we first started dating, I was like, I am never doing a long distance relationship. Like, they never last. I'm not doing that. I could never do that to myself. I don't know if my heart could take it. And, like, here I am 2 years later. We made it through a long distance relationship. We're stronger than ever. Like, it truly helped, like, build our relationship and made us stronger. And, like, we trust each other so much more and stuff like that. And it helped. I mean, personally, it helped, like, obviously it helped show flaws, because and we're not, like, constantly with each other, so it helps show those kind of, like, outlying flaws that we didn't see before. I don't know, I think it helps, it makes you so much stronger as a couple, because you realize, you're like, wait, I went through 2 years of long distance relationship, I can make it through anything at this point. Like, nothing's gonna break us apart, if that makes sense.
My answer's kind of different. It's more of ties into, like, another question that we answered, but, like, just identify your end goal.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, do you want, like, if you want to be married to that person, like, you guys could see you guys married, like, that's a yes, it's worth it, you know? Just
that makes sense.
Now, if you're just dating a person because you're like, hey, he's got a cute face, I'm trying to be with that, or like, hey, link it up, you know, like, let me see what's up.
What does that mean, link it up?
Link it up.
What does that mean?
Link up. We're gonna chill, and then after you guys chill for so long, you guys ended up dating because you like you like how the idea of being around them so often. So if you can identify your end goal with that person, then it'll definitely tell you if it's worth it or not. If you're just with them just to be with them, then it's I'm sorry, bro. Like, me, I don't think it's worth it. You guys are gonna end up cheating on each other.
That makes a ton of sense. 100%. Better answer than mine. Good job. So yeah, that is our overall kind of, like, experience with long distance. It was tough, I'm not gonna lie. It was very hard. But again, like, I wouldn't go back. It helped us grow so much, and yeah. But yeah, obviously you can see, like, we made it through, so it is possible. Don't listen to all those, like, stupid people who are like, it's not possible and you're gonna break up, because
you'll break up.
Dylan! You're so mean! Don't listen to him. He doesn't know your hair's so crunchy.
Crunchy?
Oh no, here it is. So yeah, that is our experience on long distance. I honestly, if I could go back, I would not redo it. I don't know. I don't regret it. I don't wish that I could not be in a long distance relationship, because it, like I said a million times, it helped us grow so much, and I mean, it made us who we are. And it helped grow our relationship, and yeah. So yeah, that is, again, like I've said, our overall experience. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below. Me and him, I will make him go on.
He will answer your questions.
I will make him go on my page and answer the questions too. But we will answer all the questions you guys have. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, go ahead and like and comment down below so I know you guys liked it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Do the kissy thing. Do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was really bad. I have to try it again. I have to do it again. Ready?
What is it? Is that?
And go. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Wait. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go.
Bye.
No, you started too early. 1, 2, 3.
Bye. In 5, 4, 3, 2. I know, you see, somehow.
You did the same thing in the last video.
Really?
Yeah, you sang that song.
Wonderful.
We are. I'm starting over. That was really bad. I stumbled so many times. Okay.
Dating.
We are dating.
We
Yes.
are. This is my girlfriend, and we are dating. Believe it or not. And that's what happens whenever you ask somebody out. Me man, me strong. No, hit him. I got flex him. Honestly, barely feel anything. It's just more like a push, and then whenever I like release it, then I feel it. Bro, the amount of guys that flirt with her, she's amazing. The amount of girls that was checking me out, I don't know, cause like I don't see anybody. I don't even see a girl. I'm like blind, you know.